I am opening up to the good. I am opening up to the good. I am opening up to the good. To the good that is my life. Joy. I am opening up to the joy.
I was just looking at those veggies. I was like, wow, that is the good that is my life. Those vegetables, yes.
To the
joy that is my life.
The joy that is my
Good morning, everyone. Sing along.
I am opening up to the peace. I am opening up to the peace. I am opening up to the peace.
Are you opening up to all these things, all these qualities in your life?
Love. Oh my gosh, are you opening up to love? Oh yeah. Can you feel it? I bet you can. There's so much love here. That's right.
Opening now.
Listen to that bass line.
Who played that?
It was me.
Your memory's a little quicker than mine. That's right. Open it up.
Opening.
To the good that is my
Oh my gosh, the good that is your life.
That's right. That's what this is all about. Welcome to Sunday Inspiration Live. I'm Bob Baker. And
I'm
that is
Pooki Lee.
Pooki Lee, just in case you didn't know.
And this is Keone.
Actually have somewhere our there it is. In case you're wondering, there are names right there.
They should put Keone's name in there too. He's always here with us.
I'm going to have to update that for next time. He is a part of the family,
He
that's
is.
for sure.
He's an important part.
But this is now season 3, episode 16. We have now been streaming live practically every Sunday for now 2 years and 4 months-ish, or 3.5 months.
Yeah,
I believe.
it would be 4 months if we're in April.
Yeah, well, yeah. At the end of the month, it'll be we're kind of
full 4
halfway
months.
through the month here.
Yep.
So it's good to have you all here, and yeah. So that song kind of sums up, part of our message there. So I'm opening to the good that is
My life.
That's right. Not
That
that.
is my life.
That it's not that one my life will be someday, or what I'm hoping
Could be,
it would be,
or could have been my
be.
life, or
We used
maybe
to-
is my life.
It used
or
to be back in the glory days.
I want it to be my life. No, it is. It is your life. It is your life. It is.
I think she's serious about this, folks. Oh my gosh, Lois Maddox is here.
Oh my gosh.
No, it's not Pooki Baker. She did not take on my name. We're still independent people, but yes, we are now legally married, ladies and
Yes,
gentlemen.
we are.
Last-
Yes, we are.
Last Sunday, we shared a lot of photos of our trip to LA.
That's all we did.
Including, it was like a slideshow what we did on our spring
Right.
vacation.
Well, yeah, right.
But today we ran out of time because it was Easter and we were playing at the Center for Spiritual Living down the street. But I have a couple of short video clips from the actual wedding ceremony that we're going to be playing a little bit later.
Oh, that'll be fun.
In addition to talking about our topic that's kind of really heavy, or not heavy, it's a high priority. It's really at the top of our mind these days about springing into vibrant health and well-being. We'll be talking about that a little bit later. But first, let's do something. We kind of did this for the first time last week. Pooki and I combined on setting an intention for this broadcast and getting centered with each other. There are more and more people coming in live here. There'll be more that will watch. During the live stream, we maybe have hundreds of people who watch throughout the actual live broadcast, and then maybe another 1,500, 2,000 will watch the replay over the course of the next week or so.
Oh my gosh, I love that about YouTube.
That's right. Yeah, and also we are streaming live on Facebook now. In fact, Lois is leaving a comment from Pooki's profile.
It's on my page. Hey, everybody in my Facebook land.
That's right. So if you are watching there on
So
Pookie's
good to
page,
see you.
if you're able to leave a comment, do so, and we will be able to highlight it here.
Let us know.
So, yeah. Okay. So
We love Lois so much.
That's right. And so let's do that. Let's set an intention. I'm going to start this out. Maybe I'll play a little background music here. Hang on. Let me turn that down a little bit. And so let's And what are we doing here? We're setting an intention. Those of you who listen to my affirmation recordings know this well. What you're doing when you listen to morning affirmations is you're setting an intention for your day. How do you want to feel? How do you want to show up in the world? And so you do that by setting an intention and creating an expectation for yourself of how you want that day to unfold. So let's do the same thing. Take that same concept and apply it to this broadcast. So join me in just taking a deep breath wherever you are, whatever you're doing. You can do it safely. Take a deep breath in. Let it out. Another deep breath in. Make that ah sound. Ah, that's right. And so join me in just setting an intention that knowing that whatever is going to be spoken here, whatever comes out of my mouth or Pooki's mouth, there's going to be the ideal thing that needs to fall on the ears of the perfect person at the perfect time. If you stumbled upon this or whether you came intentionally and you're a regular or you just happened to accidentally come across the live broadcast, there is a reason that you are here. This isn't just some random circumstance. And if you're watching the replay later, the same thing applies. There's a reason that you queued this thing up, because somewhere within this broadcast there is a message that you need to hear. It's going to be a nugget of information and insight and aha moment that you're going to be going, oh my gosh, that's the reason I queued this up. I know this to be true, and it's going to be different for each person. One person will hear one thing that will resonate with them, someone else will hear something else, and it's all perfect. So that is my intention, that whether you're catching one of these live for the first time or you've been here every Sunday for the past nearly 3.5 years, that you will benefit. We will deliver a message that will lift you up and allow you to take that positive vibration and share it with others throughout this day and the rest of this week. Pooki, what would you like to do to center them?
So now that we have infused into the field our intention for our time together today, let us come back to ourselves, back into our heart space, this beautiful beating drum, this gift given to us by our ancestors, this heart that beats the energy, the vibrations of love into the world with every single heartbeat. We send out resonant fields of ripples of frequency that infuse the very space that we're in and beyond with the power of love emanating from within our own very own being. And so we know that our power is invisible. Right? These bodies, they have this form and they can do many things, but our true power is in our invisible aspects of our being. Our heart, love, compassion. We can bring healing to the world. Right? And so as we're connected to this heart space, we're feeling the vibrations of love emanating from the center, the core of our very essence. We allow these ripples to move out far beyond us, moving out into our neighborhood, moving into our city. I see this ripple going out into the state, maybe your country. See it expanding past the boundary lines of the United States, or wherever you are, the boundaries of your country. See this love rippling out, and see it almost as if it's reaching out to touch one another in this space as we're emerging from all over this beautiful global planet, this global family activated here. And as we connect our intention of love in this moment to one another, we wrap a deep embrace on our Mother Earth, our beautiful mother, who is going through so much right now. Right? As she is the giver of all life, she is where our bounty comes from. Her gifts are immeasurable. Right? And so we just give this love to our sweet Mother Earth. We give this love to all of our beloved relatives all over the planet. That means everyone, all beings. And we give our love to all of the animals, the animal kingdom, and to the earth itself, the very soil, the trees, the mountains, the deserts, all of the beauty, all of the land everywhere. we send our love out to all of these places. And into the infinite cosmos, we send our love out there. Because we cannot be the only beings that exist in this massive, massive universe, all the multiple galaxies. Of course, there are other beings that exist out there, and we send our love in this moment right now out there, and we have the ability to do this. Our hearts are that powerful. So as our love is cascading throughout the infinite cosmos and embracing our beautiful earth, our Mother Earth, our planet, this beautiful living orb that we all call home, we have a sense of deep gratitude for our divine connection one to another and to this beautiful earth. So put your hand on your heart and just kind of give your heart a little rub, like a little thank you, thank you, thank you. I love you, heart. I love you, I love you. Stay strong, strong heart. All right. And in that sense of gratitude, open up your eyes if they were closed. And then we just say thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you for this time that we're sharing together.
And so it is. Yes, indeed. Amen to that. That was beautiful. I know that people are listening to whenever Pooki in particular does like a meditation or something like that. That the comments slow down. So there, and we love it when you're having conversations, in the middle of our songs or whatever. That's fine. But I can really tell that people are paying attention and getting centered with this when they.
Well, there's this whole thing of like you can. It's what we're putting our focus on.
Yeah.
What are we paying attention to, right? And so it changes. It all changes and things like that. However, there are like some really incredible gifts that you can receive when your attention is like focused, right here. So, but we do love that you chat with each other and that you're loving up on each other and that you're supporting each other, because that is what's so important about this community, is that you really do love each other and you really do care about each other, and we get to witness that in the High Vibe Tribe community, right, where we have this more of a personal experience with the community members there as we gather together for different events. And a lot of really magical things happen. We had a powerful one yesterday. It was really, really incredible. And it just showed me the power of community. Mm-hmm. So we love you all so much.
Here's a screenshot from the Zoom call that we just had yesterday.
Oh, yeah, look at them all. So fun.
In fact, Joe's in the chat here, and he's sitting with his heroic T-shirt on. There.
Yeah, Deanne's here. So is Lisa. Cherie.
Debbie's here.
I
think Haley.
Yeah.
Well. They're all here. Eileen. Yeah.
I know.
So I wasn't planning on talking about this at this juncture, but there is a high vibe. Let's see here. There is an online community called the High Vibe Tribe community. This is like a screenshot of just one of the sections there, where we have replays of all of our live Zoom calls. Practically every week we have a live Zoom call. And then there's additional things where we have a library of our music and affirmations and some of my books. There's a whole sections there where you can interact with each other, connect. And so, if you want to learn more about that, you can go to the website, my website at bobbakerinspiration.com/tribe to learn more about that.
Oh, yeah. And we have so much fun, because we get to connect. Like, this is really beautiful here on YouTube that we get to connect to each other this way. And we get to read all your comments in the chat and whatnot and share them. However, when we're in the Zoom room together, you get to talk and you really get to connect. And sometimes it was odd because we did a breakout session and we let the Zoom or the Divine Intelligence choose. And the Divine Intelligence was smart enough to choose 3 people that were all in the same region of the country, of the continent, right? Because somebody was in Canada. Yeah, it was the Northwest. Somebody was in Canada, somebody was in Oregon, and somebody was in Washington.
that aligned pretty well.
It's crazy. They're like, we found out we were all neighbors, so.
They're randomly put that way, yeah.
Yeah, so if you're looking for an opportunity to connect more with the community that is emerging here, we invite you to go take a look at the High Vibe Tribe. Go see if it's something that you want to participate in. We're pretty active in there. We're doing a lot of things. And I think the reason that Bob and I decided to do this was because this platform right here allows us to share some things with you. Like Bob gets to share a little bit of his comedy. We get to share some of our music. I get to share a little meditation. In the High Vibe Tribe community, we get to share more of our gifts with you. So we're more than just what you're seeing here on a Sunday morning.
And you get to share yours with us and with each other.
Yes, with us and each other. So, and we get to support and love you in that whole process. So I'm doing meditations. Sometimes Bob talks about, he's already talked about how to create a YouTube channel.
I'll probably do more on that.
Yeah,
too.
more on that. And then he also has written a number of books. So he might talk about writing books at some point in time. But there's a whole bunch of expertise that the two of us have that we're not able to share with you here on this format. But in the High Vibe Tribe, we totally can. So the girls have already asked, are we going to do hula lessons? And so things like this. So there's more of an experience there for you. Yes, there's a small fee that's involved. So it's not free. However, we did our best to make sure that it was really affordable for most people, right? And then, if you're just not in a place right now where you can invest in yourself in that way, you can always be here with us on Sundays, and we'll always be producing more affirmation videos and things for you to enjoy on YouTube.
And there's hundreds and hundreds of free
Hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds
videos, and there's more, and I may create more every week. So,
every week.
Let's see here. Yeah, there's a lot of great comments here on YouTube in particular.
It was powerful
about
yesterday.
The people that were there on that call. So let's we're going to continue along here. We're going to be playing a couple of original songs. This is great because this is the first Sunday in a while that we've had to be able to relax. We're back in our home studio. We don't have an event we have to run off to, so we can take our time.
Just for a minute though, because in 2 weeks it's all going to change.
Yeah, but then those will be pretty relaxed too, because they're not going to be running off.
At least not, well, the first one won't, but the ones following will.
Yeah. So it'll be all good. But we're going to be playing some original songs, talking about some new things that we're doing in the health and well-being and arenas that we just want to share with you. I've got a Sunday Funday flashback of a photo that Pooki has not even seen that includes her in it. Last week I totally we didn't even do Bob's Comedy Corner. I was horrified afterwards, but we were kind of running out of time, so I'm going to redo.
Did we even do affirmations?
No, we didn't do it. No.
Oh my gosh!
I think I skipped those on purpose because
so
we're getting everything back here this week. But one thing that I just want to before we go into our first song, a few weeks ago we created a new events page. This is a live events page.
We're doing
on
it.
the website. If you go to bobbakerinspiration.com/events, it will take you to. Hang on a second. Let me get this up. It'll take you to this page right here. And I keep this pretty updated on a regular basis. And so you see some of the upcoming things. If you're in St. Louis, I'm doing an improv comedy drop-in class on Thursday the 27th. Then we hit the road on we head to North Carolina. Actually, we leave on May 2nd, but the 5th through the 7th, we're at an event called Sacred Mountain Waters Full Moon Peace Summit. That's a mouthful. It's like a half hour away from Asheville, I believe, North Carolina.
So fun.
Our friend Samantha, we heard, is going to be.
We're going to be in the mountains.
But yes, Samantha, who's often a regular here, she's going to be attending that. We're going to hang out with her.
That's going to be so fun.
But here's the thing I really want to tell you about. This is brand new, I think, since last Sunday. And we're going to be heading to Florida, and we're doing an event in Orlando. You see it right there, how to live a more playful and passionate life. There's a get tickets link, which will take you to this page on Eventbrite. That's actually a photo from our LA meetup. But anyway, it's called, but in Orlando, how to live a more playful and passionate life. This is going to be Saturday, May 13. If you're in the area or know someone who is, it's from 1 to 3 p.m. Eastern time, local time there, at a place called Shifting Souls, which is a bookstore, as I understand it, an event space on the grounds of the Unity of Central Florida church grounds there on Holden Avenue in Orlando. There's a fee for that. But what I've done with Eventbrite is we are absorbing the like the fees and the taxes. So $35 is the total that you will cost, and we'll absorb the other fees because we wanted to keep it affordable. But also we're renting the space, and we got to cover our costs and so on. And we're gonna, it's gonna be fun. So how to live a more playful and passionate life. We'll be doing. using music, movement, play, laughter, interactive games, lively discussions. We're going to help you reconnect with that joy.
Oh my gosh, Lois is in that photograph.
Oh, Lois! Yeah, Lois is here. She's in the back
There's
of the top
Lois.
photo. Yeah, at the top
So
there,
fun, Lois.
kind of above Pookie's head there. That was from a meetup that we did in St. Louis about a year ago, and then that bottom photo there is from the weekend event we did here with a bunch of people that are in the chat right now.
Right now.
Yeah, so that's cool. So I just want to let you know about that. If you're in the Orlando area, know someone who is, we would love to see you at that. And then we're going to go to a microbrewery after that. It's right down the street and hang out for a while, probably 4 to 6 p.m. that same day.
Well, we never get out of there when we say we are.
Tinica says, are you going? I'm going to show you how I can highlight comments here, which is a really cool feature of this software that I use. Bob, are you going to be in St. Louis in the beginning of June? I'm going through there on my trip to Georgia and Florida. We're returning sometime the first week of June. We have some flexibility of staying a couple extra days in Florida, so we don't have the exact dates, but depending on how you define the beginning of June, we may be in town. So let us know, or we'll stay in touch about it. But yeah, it'd be great to meet you after you being a regular here for so long. Mm-hmm. If you're passing through St. Louis, Taryn says Orlando. Are you in that area? That would be great to see you. I know if Lisa's here, she's in Orlando. Oh, Karen, I saw, who lives in Southern Florida. I don't know if we're not going to visit Southern Florida on this trip, Karen, but if you want to drive up and make a little weekend, I don't know, come up. We'd love to see you again if you're willing to come up to Central Florida.
It is a little bit of a drive.
Yeah, I know.
It's a long state.
But it is a weekend that we're on there, so maybe make a road trip out of it. Bring some friends, So that's what's going on there. So we're going to be sharing other things as we go along here, but let's play our first song.
Let's do it.
Pookie Lee. And so, this is one about responsibility. Huh?
Really?
Is it?
It's a good one.
It is. Carlene lives in that Orlando area.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sure we're going to be seeing her.
I'm sure we will.
And there may or may not be another a public event we're working on, something that might be in the Villages, but we don't know yet. We'll see how that
pans out.
Yes, cool. All right, here's a song for you, inspired by Pookie Lee, and it definitely has a message. I think you'll get it. That's right. It's dance time. Here we go.
Oh, yeah. Get up. Move that body. Right? If you don't move it, you're going to lose it. I am responsible. I am responsible. I am responsible to leave the world a better place. I said I am responsible. I am responsible. I am responsible to leave the world a better place. Looking around the world, and what do I see? So many things in a state of need. Pain and suffering all around me. I won't stand by and just let this be, 'cause I am responsible. I am responsible. I am responsible to leave the world a better place. Everywhere, everyone wants to be free. Some look around and say, it's not me. How can they close their eyes and not see? It all comes down to me, because I am responsible. I am responsible. I am responsible to leave the world a better place. I said I am responsible. I am responsible. I am responsible to leave the world a better place. I'm reliable, accountable, dependable, invincible. I'm capable, incredible, responsible. I'm reliable, accountable, dependable, invincible. I'm capable, incredible, responsible. 'Cause I am responsible. I am responsible. I am responsible to leave the world a better place. I said I am responsible. I am responsible. I am responsible to leave the world a better place. To leave the world a better place. To leave the world a better place. What are we gonna do? To leave the world a better place. Yeah, yeah, yeah. All right. Woohoo. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna leave the world a better place. Right? And we all can make a contribution in how that's done.
That's right, baby.
That's right, baby.
The song with the message. Just a little bit of a different one. Right?
I think all of our songs have messages.
They do. Oh yeah, no,
They do.
They totally do. But that was the different kind of one. Then don't really.
Yeah.
Hey, I want to point out someone here. Let's take a look at the comments here and do some shout outs and some celebrations. But Christy Davis, right there. We need to give Christy a shout out because she was very instrumental in us connecting with that Unity Church.
That's right, Christy.
In Central Florida, there in Orlando, and then which led us to didn't work out. We were hoping that we could play music at one of their Sunday services, but it just didn't work out for that month. But it did. But that series of events put us in touch with Kara, who runs the Shifting Souls bookstore there, and we were able to set up this workshop on that Saturday. So, Christy, thank you. I just want to give you a public shout out for making that happen and hooking us up. And apparently, word on the street is that you are big fans of us and you really talked us up to the people there to the point where they're like, all right, already, we'll talk to him. No.
Yeah, right. Okay, fine, come.
So thank you so much for being such enthusiastic supporters of our work. And,
everybody needs that.
That's right. So anyone, in case you didn't do so earlier, now would be a great time to put in the chat where you're watching from. And if it's your first time in particular, catching one of our Sunday live streams, we always like to welcome first timers. There, I know this is Haley, who goes by Wisdom Madeline. You're definitely making the world a better place. Thank you so much.
It's important to know these things, you know.
I think when you said we got to create something up our way, is that a live event? I think there were some folks from Canada and up in that northwest region that were going, well, I wish you would come to our area.
We've been talking about going northeast. We've got a lot of people.
Well, northeast, but they're northwest in Canada.
Oh, in that part of Canada. Yeah. I gotcha.
So we will eventually make it to all these different places, a little bit at a time. Karen says, is that Mother's Day weekend that we're doing? Is it Mother's Day the next day after our thing on the?
What is it?
We're on the 13th. Is that it? Yeah. May 13th. Is the 14th Mother's Day?
I don't know.
I think it might be.
Gosh, I'm a mother and I don't even know when Mother's Day is.
But Karen says, maybe next time, Bob, I'm hoping to be in another place that weekend. It's a Mother's Day weekend. Okay. Cool.
We'll miss you. We love you.
We definitely. Well, we had some quality time with Karen when we went there last time.
We did.
My thighs are so. This is an interesting quote. That dancing to the song we just played just made me learn my thighs are sore from our walk yesterday.
Yay!
Hey, you know what came?
Yay!
You know what? A cool thing that came out of that Zoom call with our community yesterday was that they all wanted to get out and walk, and we're finding it tough to get motivation to do it. So they formed this like group on WhatsApp, and they take a walk together and talk to each other
while they're walking.
While they're walking. So
brilliant.
So, what I love about that is if you cannot make a commitment to yourself to get out and walk, you could make a commitment to a friend to have a conversation, right? And so you're less likely to cancel the call with your friend than you are the walk with yourself, right? So it creates that extra level of motivation, and you get to do something and connect with someone while you're getting exercise. So I love that whole idea. And they came up with that on their own and created it, and
it was fabulous.
Yeah. So there's Carol Jaffe there. So good. Everybody's dancing to that song. Love you too, Carol. We saw her on our last trip to Florida.
Yeah, we did.
Alberto.
That was great.
Let's see there. Christy acknowledges. Thank you. You're so welcome. Michelle says, yes, let's leave the world a better place.
Absolutely. Better than we found it, right? For sure.
I think that's a reference to our dog. Is that Keone Quinoa? What
Yep.
is that?
Quinoa.
Yeah.
Right.
His actual name is Keoni.
Right.
Yeah. So, and in Hawaiian, the E's are pronounced with a long A. So it's Keoni.
Right.
Keoni.
Keone.
Oh, there's a Keoni watch. Look at all these references. Oh, but he must have been doing something to get all of the
He was.
all
he
the
was,
love there.
He was jumping up on me and demanding my attention, which sometimes he does.
Whoops. Oh, I see now. Yeah, Tinica, you're in Nebraska, so you'll be on your way to Georgia, so you're passing through St. Louis. Cool. Daniel, longtime follower, not a first-time commenter.
That's right. We love Danielle.
We saw Danielle
In Orlando.
Hopefully, you'll be able to make this one too. We'll be able to
I know.
to see you while we're there. That was awesome last time. We're hoping to gather some of those folks together.
Oh, look. Charisse, kind of bringing us back to something we were talking about last year a lot.
Oh, no, I don't even
Yeah.
see that.
It's getting to be that time of year again, Bob. It's getting to be that time of year when we can take to the open road. RV for Pooki. Yeah. That's right. We're going to do it, baby. We're going to do it.
RV for
yes, we
Pooki.
are.
No,
We're going to.
It just will not die, will it?
No, it will not. Thank you, Cherie. I need that support. Yes, don't let it die. RV for Pooki. That's right. RV for Pooki, Bob, and Keone.
That's right.
So
Bob and Keone. Got to keep the whole
As
family.
a matter of fact, I think that we actually have access to an RV that we can borrow so that we can test it out. And
That is the plan. That's still the plan.
take a big trip so that Bob can fall in love with being out on the open road and just enveloped with nature and mountains and rivers and streams and waterfalls and the desert and all of the national parks. And oh my God, it's going to be so amazing.
Wow, the way you described it, it's hard to deny that.
I know, and I got my national park pass, babe. We can go anywhere. We can go to
right.
any national park now.
We got the pass. We
got the pass.
Okay, we're just doing
I'm a senior.
whole road trip.
Do it. Meet us at the park.
United States and Canada. Yes, Crystal, clarified, confirmed. May 14th is Mother's Day in the U.S. Of course, we will be in Florida at that time. I like saying Florida. Okay, everybody's welcoming the newcomers here. Let's see. I hope we didn't miss any here. And Jillian saying, please come to Maryland, D.C., Virginia, Pennsylvania, or another close state if you can. We have talked about. Oh, Crystal said, please include her in the WhatsApp walking group. So can someone reach out to Crystal and do that?
Yeah, Crystal's a part of the High Vibe tribe, so
Yeah.
I guess maybe that because it was at the very end where this emerged.
And they probably connected in the community. And I think, Crystal, you're in Patreon, so maybe they didn't have access to you.
Yeah. That's probably what it is.
Crystal, we need to get you to come to convert over to the new community.
Yeah. Come on over.
You get access to
Come
a lot
on
more
over. The
goodies.
water's really warm over
No
there.
pressure.
So fun.
I'll reach out to you about that, see what we can do. Walking Buddies works for sure. That was an awesome. We can call it like a walk. Talking
and walking.
Walking and talking.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So Deanne, she's not able to send you through Circle because she's not in the Circle group yet. But we'll find a way to connect. I'll get you hooked up. And yeah, there's a segment there's a segment in there called Pod Partners, where if you want to, in the new community, the High Vibe Tribe community, where you can post, hey, I'm looking for an accountability partner or somebody to team up with this, a prayer partner, or whatever you want to call it.
A walk partner.
Yeah, in this case, yeah, and Lisa posted something in there about the pod partners.
Pod partners are great.
About the walk thing.
Yeah.
So it's not just about us like delivering information to you. It's about you connecting. This is literally a community, a family. Mm-hmm. That's why we are so excited and
we love it
you.
so much. Yeah.
Okay, Debbie has Crystal's phone number. We're working all these things out here in the public forum, but you'll get connected here. Judas says greetings from Tijuana.
Oh my gosh! Hello, Judith.
She must be traveling.
Yeah,
here.
she is traveling. That's beautiful.
Let's see.
Oh, look, Kaylin is here.
Who's
a
that?
Bentino friend from Sedona. I remember you. She's so beautiful, amazing
Where can
woman.
you point out to? I'm missing it.
Kaylin.
Oh, here.
Uh-huh.
there you go. Oh, hi there. Oh, she's on your
connected.
Facebook.
Yeah, we're connected on Facebook, and I met her when I went to go see Bentinho in Sedona. I guess that was a few years back, but that was amazing. I think like 2017 or something. Anyhow, yeah, that was great. I love that you're here. So good to see you. Yeah.
And this walking group, I guess it's up to the group there. If you want to limit it to people that are already just involved in the community, or if you want to expand it beyond that, I'm not going to get involved in that. But yeah, if you're in part of our new Vibe Tribe community, you'll be able to reach out to Lisa or Deanne and get on that group. Otherwise, it's up to them if they want to include people not in that community. So I'll leave it up to them because they're creating that on their own. Yeah, Crystal. So I'll get with you on getting you hooked up in the new. Because you're such a regular for such a long time. I know you'd enjoy all the extra stuff. Look at this. Greetings from Ghana.
Oh, hello.
Thomas is asking if any Danish people are here. We got Anna Love from San Antonio. We've known for a while. Good to see you here.
Hello. Welcome.
Yeah, and Lisa is posting in both YouTube and on Facebook. She's posting links to things that we talk about. There's a link to join the High Vibe Tribe, and other things. Oh, Jillian says, I got my boss a senior national park pass when he retired. Giving the gift of nature is the best.
So amazing.
Oh yeah, cool. All right. Oh yeah, and Thomas, earlier said checking in from Denmark. Awesome.
Welcome, Thomas.
Michelle pointed out that Utah has 5 national parks.
We were to most of them when we went that one time, babe.
That's right. Arch, in fact, the photo in my YouTube profile was taken at Arches National Park that Pooki took back. Well, it was a few years ago. So I still use it, even though I look exactly the same, right? So anyway, we just want to celebrate everyone that is here, especially first-timers, anybody that's joining us for the first time in a while. And so, as we always do, we like to do a special celebration. Do we not, Pooki?
Oh my gosh!
We'd like to celebrate the people that are
here for the first time.
And we're talking a lot about community, and so we don't want to celebrate you. The two of us could sit here and do this, right? Go yay, but that wouldn't have the impact. So we gather together some of our friends, some of our local community. We got the studio set up next door, and this time we bribed them with what used to be coffee and donuts would get them here, but they're getting a little bit more picky. So what did we have to give them this morning?
We had to give them marshmallows.
Marshmallows,
yeah.
S'mores, right? And so I think let me just check with my staff in the other room. Are they ready? Can they clear off the marshmallows off their mouths before they? Okay. I think everybody's in their seat. They're ready to pop out of their seat. They're going to queue them up. They're in the next room. This is all for you to celebrate you being here and just opening up to the good that is your life. Right.
That's right.
All right. Here we go. Ready?
Here we go. Ready?
1, 2, 3, and go. God, they're really enthusiastic.
I know. Look at them.
I think there's a little bit of a sugar buzz from the marshmallows.
I think so. Too many marshmallows. We'll have to like just give them half as many next week.
Marshmallows are not going to tie into the topic of the day as we get to it. All right, so I hope you enjoyed that. So checking in with the viewers, we continue to put in there. So that was the first time for this. Put this gentleman right there. Welcome. And a lot of people love the s'mores. All right, so it's time now for something that I like to call Sunday Funday Flashback.
Well, that's a flashback photo right there.
It is. That's from around 2010-ish, maybe.
Maybe
11,
yeah,
something like that.
Still dyeing my hair.
Oh my gosh! And I was dyeing it a light brown in anticipation of letting it go gray. So yeah, my real color is like a really dark brown. So that's Sunday Funday Flashback, where I pull up a photo from either Pooki or myself or both of us from years gone by, and I like to surprise Pooki because she often doesn't know what I'm going to pop up.
That's right.
Are you ready for this one?
Keanu's coming to comfort me.
Yeah, so this one includes you and another longtime friend of ours. So Pooki, can you please explain this photo?
Well, I don't know if you've heard that I used to dress up as a bee. I still do. But this was me. And this was at an event that we were hosting for musicians.
Was it?
Yeah. Yes.
I think that might have, didn't you? I think you did this at a book because Scott was not there at that Indie Buzz boot camp.
Are you sure?
I think you dressed up like this, maybe like in L.A. or when we went to one of the book publishing conferences. And
Okay.
and I think you were adventurous because that's where he would have been.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay, so then I can't tell you about this photograph. Bob, you tell him
It
about
was
this photo.
It was either in New York or L.A. I think, or Chicago, but it was some kind of a book event. I'm pretty sure. Because Scott, because I know he was there at the Java Center in Manhattan. I don't know if it was from that year or not.
Right.
But you were adventurous enough. You dressed up like a bee even for that event. but so I'll just tell you who Scott is. So
well,
Scott,
you have to tell him why it's a B too.
Yeah. Probably because of the buzz factor.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So you were there promoting your books and stuff.
Yeah.
like
So
that.
I. I published 16 books over the past 25 years, and my earliest books in the 90s and the 2000s were on music marketing, and my and that was kind of like my online identity for decades. Kind of well established because I was early on in the internet and kind of ahead of the curve when it came to independent book publishing and all this stuff. And my website for that music marketing stuff, I used the term thebuzzfactor.com, the buzz factor, because that's a term that people use when they're talking about, this band or this artist has
It's the buzz,
The buzz.
you know?
Everybody's, there's
They're
a buzz
buzzing about it.
about them. That's what everybody wants when they want to be well known. Is they want
They want the buzz.
Yeah, people to be talking about them.
What's the buzz? Tell me what's happening.
So-
What's the buzz?
So Pooki, in our earlier years of being in a relationship years ago, attached that buzz to an actual bee, the sound that a bee makes, and so for a variety of reasons, she started dressing up like a bee at different events. So I think that's why she dressed up with this, because I was promoting my music marketing books.
Right, and see my little tiara? I'm the queen bee.
Yeah. Did you? And you have your I guess your wings are kind of behind you there, right?
They're behind me.
You're the queen bee.
I'm the queen bee.
And Scott's a friend of ours that in college, I think the story goes, he left, like a lot of people do, they leave a meeting where you have a name tag and you go into like a 7-Eleven or whatever, and somebody went up to him and said, "Hey, hi, Scott." And he was like, a lot of people go, "What? Oh, he forgot he was wearing the name tag." We think we all kind of have done that.
Yep.
You leave an event. And he said, "Well, how cool. What would happen if I just went every day wearing a name tag wherever I went?" And it sparked conversations.
It was crazy.
Yeah, and so he just started doing this. All right, Crystal just joined. Yay, Crystal. Cool.
Yay!
Awesome. So now what you need to do, Crystal, this is an FYI, go into Patreon, log in, and then you can cancel your subscription there, just so you're not double charged or whatever. So that's awesome. Great to have you in the new new
community,
high vibe,
yeah.
new enhanced high vibe tribe. But anyway, Scott started wearing a name tag that says, "Hello, my name is Scott," every day. And it got him some press, and he ended up, for a number of years, he wasn't sure what to do with this. It was just this crazy idea, but he turned it into a career and many books and he was an active speaker for many years. Talking about communication and accessibility and just, it turned it into a whole thing. And he actually got so serious about it, he had "Hello, my name is Scott" tattooed on his chest. So even when he goes swimming or takes a shower, he
has a name tag on.
It's always there.
And it created so many opportunities for him. It was crazy.
Yeah, it's just a crazy notion. And he's been doing it for over 20 years, I think now.
Yeah,
so
and he's living in New York.
yeah,
And
he's married there, and all this stuff. So, but he's a really cool guy and a good friend. And that's Pooki and Scott with Pooki with their Buzz Bee outfit on, which she still wears when she goes to the farmer's market.
I do. I wear it when I go to the farmer's market. I talk about the importance of bees.
Yeah, the literal bees, not the buzz,
Yes.
not the music marketing buzz factor bees.
Yeah.
So that's what it's
It's important. Bees are important.
Just wanted to share that with you.
That's funny.
So we're going to do that every week, a little Sunday Funday flashback, since Pooki and I have a little bit of history, well, individually and together now that we've been together over 17 years.
Deanne says, if I remember correctly, Bob has a video of Scott on his YouTube channel.
Yeah, at least one, maybe more. Yeah, in fact, it was at that New York event, which might have been this. There's a video where I interview him. That's probably 2007 or something crazy like that. So let's talk about this topic here. I think we're ready to get.
Are you ready to jump in? Let's do it.
Spring into vibrant health and well-being. Just want to make sure I am on track. Yes, I am. And so let's talk about this. So a year ago, we launched what we call a Turbocharge Your Life program that had the same title. I believe that it was called Spring into Health. It was a 30-day program, and it was a perfect time of the year because spring is when everybody's kind of getting back outdoors, and at least in this hemisphere of the planet. And so we did this, and it's been a year since we did that, and I thought it was time to revisit it. Because admittedly, I think I've gotten away from the healthy habits that I established there, and we have even a more higher priority interest in bringing good health practices and behaviors into our life.
Yes, we do.
I've got 8 core principles that were actually part of this program that we did a year ago that we're gonna touch on and share with you, and also reveal something that Pooki and I are moving toward more so than ever. So there's a little bit of a history. In 2008, 15 years ago, Pooki and I became pescatarians. And we were greatly influenced by a guy named Sean Stevenson, who was living in St. Louis at the time and had this budding early in a career.
Early. He was baby steps
becoming like an expert in nutrition and health and fitness and all this stuff. And he went on to create, we talked about him last week, he and his wife, Ann. He created a podcast called The Model Health Show, which became like the #1 health and fitness podcast
Check him out.
in the
The
U.S.
Model Health Show.
And his stature is just really, and they moved out to L.A. a few years ago, and he's just doing really, really well, has some number of books out. But Pooki and I were there, and we're helping him in his early. But yeah, he was actually one of the people that got us, kind of helped us take a big step forward and became pescatarians, which basically it's a vegetarian, but you still eat seafood. I eat a lot more seafood than Pooki does. And so, but lately, as we get older and we just want to just really, if we don't have our health and our lives, I want to be around a long time to be serving and creating music and affirmations and all that. And so we can't take our health lightly.
Granted.
You tend to focus on it more the older you get. And so lately, what are we moving toward, Pooki Lee?
Well, we're moving toward a vegan, gluten-free diet.
I would point out that Pookie's more so on the gluten-free. We were already vegetarians with that eats, and again, I eat a lot of seafood. But we're moving. I refer to it as more a plant-based diet. I'll eat some of the gluten-free stuff that Pooki gets and lean toward that. But so basically what the biggest change for me is because I was still eating eggs and a little bit of cheese or a little dairy. I'm going to try to minimize and maybe eliminate eventually dairy, or just there's going to be times when you eat out. There's going to be some cheese and something. I'm not going to be overly crazy about it, but minimize that. And I'll probably have to cut back on my seafood, but to go to primarily plant-based, unprocessed meal, because they're vegetarian. You can do veggie burgers, but we'd rather make them ourselves or whatever.
Veggie burgers from the grocery store, they're processed food, and they can have a lot of additives and things that aren't good for you. Even though it's not meat, the components of it could be like lots of sodium and things like that. So,
and I should point out that we are just sharing what we are doing. We're not advocating this. This is not medical advice or anything. We're not any experts in nutrition or anything.
Right, and we're not saying that everybody should do this too.
Right. This is just we're sharing what you're doing and what's sort of causing this to be forefront, top of mind for us, and then we'll share these 8 categories that are pretty widely accepted as the best things to do for nutrition or for health and well-being. But so basically the theory here is the shortest distance between the ground and your mouth is the ideal situation.
Yep.
Yeah, if you can get organic,
less hands involved.
Yeah, and so if it's been chopped up and processed and baked and all this, then it's probably lost some of its nutrition, and so we're just and so this plant-based diet includes vegetables, fruits, whole grains and there's gluten-free whole grains like rice.
Ton of them.
Yeah, like brown rice, quinoa, and a whole host of other things. And then there's legumes and beans, which are really supposed to be healthy for you. And then there's nuts and seeds. And while that might seem like a limited list, when you really look at it, there's just an incredible wide variety of stuff within each of those categories. There's a ton of different types of vegetables, and fruits and all that stuff, and rice and beans and all this stuff. So by being creative with the way that you prepare this stuff, that's going to be the challenge. I'm not saying it's going to be easy every day to do this and to take the time to prepare and all that, but that's what we're moving through. So Rad Angel said, I did vegan for 7 years. Total respect for those who do it, for the planet, for the animals. Yeah, there's all sorts of reasons.
Right.
And so, yeah, you can do any number. Yeah, you can do, I am vegan. I also did in steps, will be 9 years, Danielle says.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool.
And it's not for everybody. I do believe that there are some people on the planet that their body chemistry needs meat or meat,
Mm-hmm.
but that's, pardon me, that's not all of us. And the meat eating in the world is causing an ecological disaster.
Yeah.
And so, so there's just ways that we can look at it differently, or maybe look at if you're going to eat meat, maybe look at the kinds of meat that you're eating, like grass-fed beef, things like that, and maybe buy your meat if you can from a local farmer, right? Who has cattle that are raised. And there's just all kinds of things.
Yeah.
There's all kinds of things that you can think about.
In fact, Melody
Anyhow.
points out, buy as local as possible. Love our farmers markets.
Yes,
as well.
yes.
That's where Pookie wears her bee outfit.
My bee costume. I go to the
She
farmer's
goes
market.
down there. Eileen says, have you tried baked potatoes in an air fryer? I don't think we have. We have an air fryer, but we haven't done baked potatoes in them yet. But I'm looking for ways to. You have to be creative in the variety of ways that you, because it's not, everybody thinks, vegan, it's all, you're just eating a bunch of salads and carrots.
Yeah.
And that's not it's so much wider variety.
Because a lot of the spices, all spices in that are vegan.
Yeah.
And so you can spice up your food. You can get all different kinds of flavors. I went ahead and I got a couple of books, that are gluten-free. Oh, also too, like cutting out the sugar, added sugars.
Oh, yeah.
To our diet. So we're really, for one thing, it's an experiment. We want to see what the effect will be on our health and our overall how we feel about our bodies and how our bodies respond to this type of change, and so it doesn't necessarily mean that we'll do this forever. However, we are definitely exploring what it is, what are the possibilities if we were to make these kinds of changes in our diet, because I've heard it said that and I've done things like I've done fasting for 40 days. I did a juice fast for 40 days. I want to tell you that in that whole period of time, I was so infused with life. I was so energetic. My brain was clear. My body was functioning strongly. I was totally infusing all of my cells with all of the minerals and the nutrients that it needed. And so I've gone through these and felt like so amazing. And like, you don't know like right now, your experience of your health is your set point based off of what it is that you're eating and how you exercise, because that's also an important aspect of this. We'll get into the eight aspects of health, and food is just one of them. But you don't know how good you can feel until you actually do the work to clean up your diet and exercise, so that you can actually experience. Then you can have the experience of like, oh my gosh, like I could feel like this all the time. I had no idea that what I was experiencing on a daily basis before was not health, and that this is like supreme optimum health, right? Optimum health, not just sort of kind of healthy. Right? But optimum health, to where your body is functioning at its best in all areas. And so once you taste that, but it does require work and it requires commitment. But if you can do it to where you can taste that, you may never go back to eating the old way that you used to again. So for us, we discovered that when we stopped eating meat, because meat digests in the body for a long time, because of its density, right? It takes a long time to move through your system, whereas vegetables and that move through a lot quicker, right? So we immediately began to feel the benefits of not weighing down our digestion with this heavy meat in our body. And we could feel that. We began to feel lighter. So it's really, really, you just don't know it until you try it.
Yeah.
Right. And even if you think that you're like feel really good right now, like I pretty much feel pretty good, but I know that when we go to Florida and we're doing all these things with our diet and we're exercising, I know that there's going to be another level of feel good that I'm not experiencing right now.
That's the goal. Red Angel brings up a good point about for financial reasons. They're that sometimes organic or actually they're so there's some truth in that. Yeah, organic food is generally more expensive, but it may not. There might be a mindset also of it's really expensive. So yeah, if you can only get non-organic food to start with, at least get vegetables and fruits in. More so. Just do what you can. Strive for progress, not perfection. It's not an all or nothing type of thing. Just start making small changes as you can make them, and maybe you'll discover there are places where I can get this type of food that doesn't cost an arm and a leg.
If you have the ability to grow your own food, that's the best.
And some of them do, yeah.
What happens is you would never spray poison on the food that you're going to put in your mouth. You wouldn't bring Roundup and spray it on your tomatoes. You just wouldn't, because you're going to eat that. So you can actually grow healthy food if you have the land to do it and the soil to do it. Yeah. Now I want to say something about. So I'm gonna interject something that is a little, let's just, for lack of a better term, say woo-woo right here. All right. So I believe, I already spoke about it, that we have this invisible power within us, right? And that we can send this infinite love out into the universe, and that it can be experienced by all beings everywhere. I know this for myself to be true. I also know, like and there's a lot of evidence out there, or there's a lot of practices out there to support what I'm going to share with you right now. So like when you're talking about that food, like let's just say you don't have organic food. Like when we go out to the restaurant, we're pretty sure, unless they're promoting that they're organic, that we're not getting organic veggies. We're just not. But there's a way that you can change. There's a way that you can do something about that for yourself. Is that you can actually pray over your food. You can actually bless this food. You can actually like say words like, right now in this moment, I activate the life force energy of this food, and I dissolve anything in this food that could cause harm to my body. This food is totally activated to the highest expression and will nurture me and will feed me and will support my body perfectly. It's a perfect alignment with my body, and that there is anything inside of this food or any part of this food that could harm me in any way is now being released from this food. And you can pray over your food. In the Bible, they talk about blessing your food all the time. Do it with water. Do it with your food. You are powerful beyond measure. You understand? You are powerful. You have the ability to transmute any negative, dense energies that are in your food by having the intention of bringing the intention to clear that food of all of anything that's negative in the food, and that food can be digested into your body and will only strengthen you and empower you and and all of the cells of your body will benefit from the food that you're taking in. And then once you do that, important part of blessing your food is offer gratitude. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you for serving my vessel, being in service to my being, and for promoting life and health and vitality in my body. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So it's powerful. You have the ability to do it. Absolutely, absolutely, absolutely. And this goes in like so many other areas, but as we're talking about this right now, that is something that you can do over your food. You can pray over all of it. You can pray over your water. You can pray over everything and have a transformational impact on everything that you're bringing into your conscious awareness to bless. So, yeah. Okay.
Very. Thank you for sharing that, Pooki. Just want to highlight a couple of comments here. Cherie said she did our 30-day health program a year ago, and inspired her to get healthy. I mean, she had an event last year, and the doctor said that she was so healthy. That her good health allowed her to survive that. a trauma that an incident that she had that she's now recovering from. So that's awesome. Thank you, Cherie, for sharing
There's
that.
Carmen Curry. Hey, Carmen,
Hi
I haven't seen
there.
you in a while.
You know Carmen. So definitely exploring changes for my body. So basically, I think in a nutshell, she said that she was doing things to improve her health, and people started commenting that her skin looks better,
Yeah.
which is cool. Yeah, it's amazing the effects that things like that can have. Let's see here. Saw a couple of other good ones here. Yeah, Pamela points out there's so many Facebook groups, YouTube channels. Yeah, we've been listening to a lot of plant-based videos on YouTube. There's no shortage of
information out there.
Find recipes, people, and that's awesome. Adele says, I think as a vegetarian vegan, you think more about what you are consuming, which is a positive thing. And yeah, a lot of good stuff here. And so, there are multiple reasons that we've done this. I mean, yes, certainly better for the planet, better for the animals, but also
Better for us.
in a selfish mood. Yeah, selfish reasons, it's better for our bodies and our longevity. And so, if all those reasons combined, make sense for us to move in this direction. And so, we'll kind of keep you posted as we as we go along here. So now this has covered these 8 core areas, the core principles of vital health and well-being. I wish I had a printout or something of them, but I'm just going to go through them, take notes if you want to. A lot of these you've heard before, but they are basically, it's nutrition. The number one principle is, what are you putting in your mouth? And again, you have to decide what that is for you. For us, it's going to be primarily plant-based vegetables, fruits, legumes, whole grains, nuts and seeds. I'm missing something. Am I not? Or
and water.
oh yeah, no, that's another category
category.
here. But
Okay.
where's the food groups? So it's basically, and we, most of us know unless you're just really starting from scratch, and you got to do some research. But I think most of us know what we should be eating. Like I know there's all these different fad diets, and there's keto, and there's low this and high that, and to me, I kind of get lost in the weeds whenever I go down those paths. But if I'm listening to just general over the years, I see consistent things come up. One of the things that always comes up when they're talking about cancer or Alzheimer's or whatever the illness is, I always hear green leafy vegetables. I mean, it's like a mantra. It's like ad nauseum. It comes up from whether it's traditional, it's holistic people, whatever it is. So I got to think there's something in green leafy vegetables that I should be getting a lot of my diet if this comes up over and over and over again. So do that. And we just don't get enough of those. Most people, I'm guilty of that too. So just choose make better food choices. Be mindful about what you're eating, and beware of I don't have much time, I'm going to grab something crappy. How often do you do that? Every now and then it's fine, but just it's what you do. It's what you put in your mouth. It's what you eat. Number 2 category is activity, how you are moving your body. You can use the word exercise. You can use the word gym or workout. Those don't light me up, but I do like physical activity. I like walking, dancing, swimming. Dancing in private, not so much on the dance floor of the club. We went out and saw a band last night, and Pooki was tearing it up. I got up on 2 songs, but.
You did great, baby.
So yeah, I did. You got to move your body. You got to do it on a regular basis. I bet you probably sit too much like I do.
He sits a lot.
And so yeah, what was that funny word we came up with yesterday? I can't remember what the heck intermittent sitting was what. We're talking about intermittent fasting. It's like
intermittent sitting, like get up and stand up and walk around for a minute.
So some people, use this intermittent fasting where they limit the number of hours per day that they eat to a certain number, and to give their body a rest. That's again, that's not. You have to decide what's right for you. All these little tricks and hacks that you can do, but I'm trying to cover like the core things that are not fads. Okay, so we got what you eat, nutrition, number 1. Number 2 is activity, how you move your body. Make sure you're doing it on a regular basis. Number 3, very important, is a mindset. Make sure your thoughts are aligned with your health goals. Do you believe that you can get healthy? Do you have this image of yourself as a what's the use? So you got to get your mindset. I can do this. I can develop these habits. I am healthy. If you start thinking healthy thoughts, you become a healthy person, and that then makes a lot of this other stuff easy. So make sure that your mindset and that you're thinking about this stuff and exposing yourself to health-related information, and just so your mind has got to be in the game too. Number 4, real important thing is hydration. Most people don't get enough liquid, don't get enough water. And so Pooki's guilty of that. I'm always carrying a water bottle with me everywhere. I still don't know if I'm drinking like enough water, but I know I'm constantly taking sips and drinks. And so make sure you get enough liquids and eat those fruits and foods that are heavily water based too is helpful too. But yeah, so drink enough water, because a lot of, like, if you get headaches, there's all sorts of issues that can happen if you don't hydrate enough. All right.
So important.
Real important.
And thank your water when you drink it.
Yes, Messages in Water. Look that up. That's a book about how you can affect the cells and the molecules in water by what you say.
We're powerful. We're
Yeah.
powerful people.
So you can do that. That's another reason to pray over your food. If you can,
Yes.
If you can affect the molecules by saying, you've heard real briefly. They've done these experiments where they take 2 groups and they're just like jars of water, and to one somebody's going, "Oh, I love you," and they're expressing gratitude and all this, and another one they're saying like hateful affirmations maybe to this water, and then they've tested the molecules, and the ones they're far healthier and vibrant than the ones that
They
are
create geometric forms.
Yeah.
And so they create like these mandalas in crystal form once it's frozen. And in the water that has the negative energy given to it, it creates like these black globules, right? So we're like 70 to 90% water. So what happens when we're like, that's why affirmations are so important, because you're telling yourself something and you're like creating a crystalline environment within your body. Right? If you're telling yourself terrible things, like sometimes that negative self-talk, you got to pay attention to that. You got to shut that thing down, because that's having an effect on the molecular structure of the water in your body. So all these things are connected. Mm-hmm. They really are.
That's why it's important to say, I am healthy, I am vibrant,
Yes, I am vibrant.
My body is working for me. We have some affirmations coming up. So that's part of the mindset. So, okay, now we're on to number 5 is sleep. You've been hearing more and more about this. This is a consistent thing that I hear also. Get sufficient sleep. And everybody has a different number of hours. For me, it's like 7 or 8 hours. Somebody was on the call yesterday, or somebody that said they needed like 11
to 12 hours.
That's a lot for me. But so what is right for you? Pooki says she can get by on 6. I don't, but sleep deprivation is a really cause of a lot of stress and anxiety, and it's not good for your health and your mind. So make sure that do whatever you can to get sufficient sleep. That's number 5. Number 6 on these core principles of health and vitality is breathing, filling your lungs with oxygen, with air. Couple ways you can do this. If you have a regular exercise program and you do aerobic type stuff, that'll be
your lungs working.
Yeah, but if you're not, there are a whole series of, you just Google breathing exercises. So you just get up in the morning. You don't have to get on a treadmill necessarily. You could just do some, where you completely fill up your lungs slowly and let it out completely. So that's a way to get that oxygen just fill up your lungs. It also affects the oxygen in your bloodstream, which then, stimulates the cells. There's all sorts of benefits to breathing deep.
Yep.
And so maybe you do that in a variety of times throughout your day, right? Mm-hmm. Okay, so we got breathing. Number 7 here is it's called stress, but it's actually it's to de-stress.
Right.
A great source of a lot of ill is the excessive amounts of stress. A little stress is okay, because if you got to just face challenges and overcome them, that actually builds strength. And of course,
makes you stronger.
When you're working out, you stress your muscles, you break them down, you relax, and you come back. That builds them up. So there's actually, I've read some articles over the years where a little stress is part of our being human, and so but excessive stress, constantly being overwhelmed, that is not good. And then you're overtaxing the system. You're releasing all these hormones that are doing
not
damage.
Good for you, yeah. And they compromise your immune system.
Right. So learn to relax, and that could come from meditation. That's just like from reframing, and when you start reacting to things in that stressful way, pause and going, is this really, especially if it's a situation where you don't have control over, then let it go. So what are the things? Pick and choose your battles. What it's worth getting. Really, nothing's worth getting overly stressed about.
No, is it worth sacrificing your joy?
Yeah, but the person that cut you off in
Yeah.
traffic is not worth getting upset
No,
over.
it's not worth it.
So de-stress and relax more. So through whatever you have to do, meditation, just taking a breath when you feel yourself building up like that. And then number 8 is a really important one that's often overlooked. But it's a factor in these blue zone areas around the world where people live long. They have a lot of these qualities that we've talked about, but also another important factor to this well-being, which definitely ties into longevity, is your connection with other human beings. So how much of a social creature are you? In a lot of these communities, I guess in Japan, there's that island in Italy, I forgot what it's called, where but people live long lives. They not only stay active, but they have a social network. They have friends, they have family, they have a community that they're connecting with. So try to avoid, even if you consider yourself an introvert, don't be isolated too much. Have people that you connect with. Another reason that we're so, sold on the benefits of the High Vibe Tribe community. It's we're not maybe meeting in person all the time, but it is a connection, a way that you get that social interaction. So you just live. If you just spend all your time alone and live in your head, you get often stuck in these downward spirals.
Yep. Especially since COVID.
Yeah.
And so the thing that's great about the online community is that it's available to you 24/7. So when something happens in your life that you need support with, or that you just want to share, you can just get in there and you don't have to wait until Sunday to share with us here in this format. You can just post it right there, and because there are so many beautiful, amazing people that are in the community, somebody is likely to respond to you in a very short period of time. Like you will get, because I'm often amazed because I don't really pay a lot of attention to it all the time, but when I do check in on it, somebody will have left a comment and there'll be like 4 or 5 different comments of people in the community supporting that person. So that's another thing that with the High Vibe Tribe community, you have access to inspiration and wisdom 24/7, and you can just say whatever it is that you need to say. So
it really is powerful.
It is powerful. And the other thing is that in the community, you guys grow really close to one another. Like yesterday we had a situation where somebody needed some help, and like within a second, somebody was like, okay, I'm willing to do this with you. I'm willing to help you in this way. And then somebody else said, yeah, I'm willing to do that too. And then the next thing I know, there was like 5 or 6 people who saying, yeah, me too. And that's how that walking circle started. And it was like just easy. It was so wonderful to just watch how easy it was for everybody to connect and for everybody to be like invested in each other and supporting each other. And so that's the difference between being here with us just on Sundays and having access to the community, 24/7. And like I said, like Bob said earlier, we're pretty much doing like every week, we're doing something in a Zoom room that you can participate and you can learn more and you can connect more. And, especially, I would say, if you have isolated yourself since COVID, if your life hasn't returned to, and it's probably most of us haven't. We're pretty much getting out like we used to before the pandemic, but there are some of you that are like still that you've kind of like like say after 21 days, a habit happens. Well, after 3 years, it's almost kind of like ingrained in your being, and you might find it hard to like break that. That whole thing of being isolated. And so getting into these communities, getting into the High Vibe Tribe, having the ability to connect with people is a great place to start, right?
So Lisa Shepard has posted both YouTube and Pookie's Facebook page the link to the High Vibe Tribe. BobBakerInspiration.com/tribe. So yeah, I know I know we're harping on it a lot, but it's because we just know the benefits that you'll get out of it. And
it's amazing.
So yeah, check that out. A couple of different options, and
if you feel lonely, come and just you can cancel at any time.
Yeah.
If you get in there and you say, oh well, this isn't what I thought it was going to be, well then we will release you. You can just cancel it at any time.
Yeah.
Anytime.
And you can look all the in the live chat. There's just a ton of comments of people that are in there saying how much they benefit from it. But since we're talking on this, while we're on this topic of health and well-being, I want to point out. So I mentioned that a year ago we did this 30-day program that those had weekly calls, and they had all kinds of resources and affirmations and videos. And I did 3 interviews with at least 3 or 4 different people who had pulled themselves out of an unhealthy situation, and how they overcame it. And so there's this. So what I did is after that I created. I turned it into an online course and released it last year, but it's called 30 Days to Vibrant Health, Wellness, and Weight Loss. And basically, there's a page that's in the first paragraph of the description below the video. If you're watching on YouTube in particular, it might not be on Facebook. But Lisa, maybe it's not a link we usually use. But if you can look into in the YouTube description and grab that link or that bit of text, it'll take you to this page. There's the 8 things that we just covered here, which we cover throughout this program. But what do you get? A quick start guide, get a curated list of affirmation, upbeat movement recordings that we put in there, specifically chosen for the program, 30-day health and wellness journal with affirmations and prompts like a daily journal that you can do for morning and night. Simple suggestions and a range of healthy foods to eat. I guess we're not advocating any one particular diet, but we kind of give you access to some of the popular ones and let you decide. And you get lifetime access to the Turbocharge Your Life private Facebook group, bonus audio interviews, Zoom recordings. And so anyway, you can just go here to this page and look it over. People a year ago paid $97 to do this 30-day program. We actually raised our prices on our 30-day programs to twice that. Actually, in the fall, we did one on abundance that was twice that amount. But as an introductory offer for limited time, if you want to get this course, it is $47 USD. So go and check that out. And if you think it will serve you, I think you would greatly enjoy it. So there you go. So yeah, all the stuff we did a year ago that people have benefited from can be yours now, and all the stuff is still just as relevant now. It's kind of timeless information on health and well-being and all that good stuff.
So I saw a question come in about like coffee, like is coffee good for you? And so I would say this: everything in moderation. Like nothing is really like bad for you. It can be bad for you if you're having too much of it. You know. Now, if you're trying to lose weight or you have some specific things that you're working towards, you might want to do your best to eliminate sugar or oils or something like that.
Yeah, that's another thing. We're backing off on oils. Yeah,
it just depends on what your objective is, right? What you're moving towards. The other thing I want to bring up really quickly is, in our country, we've been we really have a lot on our plates, right? And so fast food industry has really taken advantage of our health, and they're providing us cheap fast food, so that we can consume it while we're on the run. And I just want to let you know that this food that you're getting through your car window is not food. It's not healthy, and it's not good for you, and it's causing more problems than it is helping. So if you are really interested in living a healthy lifestyle and you're consuming fast foods right now, I'd say probably make the first step would be to stop doing that, to stop eating fast food. Just stop, because if you were to really find out how chicken nuggets were made or how that hamburger was made and how much beef is actually in there or how much chicken or fish is in any of those things, and if you knew what was in there, you wouldn't eat it. You really wouldn't. You wouldn't eat it. But because we don't know, right, and then we play the game of, well, we really don't want to know, we're just going to eat it anyway, it's wreaking havoc with our bodies. And so the United States is 38th in all the countries on the planet as far as health goes. And so that means like we're right with Serbia, I think, as far as like where we rate as far as the state of health for our people, our population. That says a lot. So a lot of things that we're eating out there aren't good for us. So I would say if you're eating fast food, I would highly encourage you to just stop doing that, and you might feel a ton better.
That alone.
Yeah, that alone could really be beneficial. I cannot remember the last time I ate fast food.
We need to move things along. We're going to be going way But we're
We're just
overcompensating for
making
our
up for
short
lost
ones.
time. We didn't have all that time with you last week, so
We're not going to skip Bob's Comedy Corner. We got more
not.
stuff here.
we got affirmations too.
All right, so here we go. Here's our affirmations for health and well-being. I'm going to repeat each one. Pookie will repeat them after me. Say it along with her. Here we go. Now is my time to be healthy.
Now is my time to be healthy.
My body is a health-making machine.
My body is a health-making machine.
I put a priority on my health and well-being.
I put a priority on my health and well-being.
I enjoy healthy eating habits every day.
I enjoy healthy eating habits every day.
I enjoy the many ways I move my body every day.
I enjoy the many ways I move my body every day.
I am healthy.
I am healthy.
So those are just some of the things that you can say to yourself on a daily basis that, again, will start, even if they feel a little odd or funny or silly at first, just keep saying them in addition to some others.
You're talking to yourselves, man.
Yeah, your cells and yourselves.
Yeah, you're talking to the water in your body,
That's right. Yeah.
right? And so you keep saying those things to yourself, and that water is going to be activated by those words.
It is, I'm going to ask you something, Pookie Lee. It's
Sure.
10:21. Are we still doing this song and that song, or are we going to skip one of them?
No, let's do them both.
You're going to do them all?
Yeah.
Okay, and this stuff too?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to go probably till a quarter till.
We're going for it.
Okay, we're going to...
You know, you can always leave if you're not, if you got to. You can come back and watch the
Come back and watch it later.
Yeah,
But we haven't been able to just be free and easy.
I know. So, we probably talked a little bit more than normal, and you know how it goes. But we've been under, the last few times that we've talked to you, we've had really strange situations. One we kept getting knocked off. It kept getting disconnecting our feed, so we kept having to come back into the room. Then we figured it out, and then so we've just had some unusual circumstances, and we've been in some unusual places where we didn't have the liberty to share with you, or even to play music for like 2 or 3 weeks. We haven't even been able to play music.
And they were really short on time.
Last and
week,
oh my gosh, yeah.
So here we're going to spread out here.
We are.
So you can always come back and watch the replay later. But what's coming up? We're going to play this song. We've got little clips from our wedding from a couple of weeks ago. We got Bob's Comedy Corner. They're going to be jokes about marriage. We got a dance party.
Not our marriage.
No, just jokes about marriage in general. You'll see when we get to that. And we're going to play a little dance video at the end and wrap it up. So let's get to this next live song, which Pookie wrote about her an experience. So
this is healing.
Yeah.
This is another way that you can heal.
And so this is spring, and so you think in the Western Hemisphere of sunshine, but there's also some benefits to moonlight.
That's right. Oh my gosh.
All right, here we go. Ready? Yeah. What the heck? Here we go. Now I got it.
Memories of moonbeams in the night, dancing my body in the light, moonbeams casting shadows at my feet, moving, I surrender, I release, dancing under the stars in the moonlight, bare feet in the earth, this sweet delight, heart beating to the rhythm of the night, deeply healing me, setting my soul free. Moonbeams glisten in the air, swirling, dancing everywhere, shimmering in the dark of night, surround me in your healing light, dancing under the stars in the moonlight, bare feet in the earth, this sweet delight, heart beating to the rhythm of the night. my soul free. I receive this healing light. 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 Moonbeams shining down on me, healing illuminosity, shadows tiptoe at my feet, moving, I surrender, I release, dancing under the stars in the moonlight, bare feet in the earth, this sweet delight, heart beating to the rhythm of the night, deeply healing me, setting my soul free. Oh, 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 these moonbeams. Oh, moonbeams, setting my soul free. I receive this healing light. 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 Whoa, moonbeams.
Yeah. That was a good one.
Did you receive that healing light?
You were inspired on that one. I like your vocal. You give a little extra something there.
Yeah. You know, we write this beautiful music. I like to say that we're just guided and the words just come and they just like emerge from within. And then there's this opportunity where you just get to really just like drink deeply from the well of this beautiful offering, you know. And so it's like when you first started singing the song, it sounds a little, whatever, mailed in, I guess, you know. But
Just
then
like technical or whatever.
yeah, you're just trying to make the notes. You're just trying to do that. But then after a while, you get to this place where it's just a full expression of you. So I love that song. I didn't want to pass that song.
Good. Hey, I'm glad you followed that instinct.
Okay.
There was something that I got out of order that I meant to mention after our talk on health and vitality. This is only going to be for a few people, but actually Pooki and I just recently, I guess we're feeling so strongly about this topic of health and vitality. We actually started we're part of and I guess kind of leading, depending on whether this other person is available to come and speak there also. But basically, we're going to every Friday morning, or at least for the next 2 Fridays, I should say, we will, when we're in town, we get this healthy living, vibrant health meetup. Now it's an odd time. Again, this is going to be a very small group because they're Friday mornings in St. Louis and Maryland Heights, 9 to 10 a.m. If you happen to be in the St. Louis area or know someone who is, let them know about this. But we meet at a place called Higher Grounds Coffee. It's near our house, Dorset and 270. But we, there's already a group of folks that are meeting there on a regular basis. Other people will lead it while we're gone, while we're out of town in May. But I just wanted to put it out there. If you're in St. Louis, we have a few of our St. Louis folks here.
Yeah.
And you don't have a day job or you don't have somewhere where you can, obviously it's a lot of people who are either self-employed or retired who are coming to this.
Right.
But 9 to 10 a.m. at this one to let you know in case you're in the area and would like to join us.
Yeah, that's fun.
For that. So we just get together. We talk about wins. What did you do successfully in the past week? Any challenges you're overcoming? We share best practices, make commitments for what we're going to do for the next week. Little baby steps. Again, progress, not perfection, baby. So cool. So as some of you may know, Pookie and I did something a couple weeks ago. Was it 2 weeks ago?
2 weeks ago today.
What was it really? Oh my gosh!
Today's the 14th.
That's right, because it was the second, right?
Yeah.
Well, no, it was
No,
April.
today's the 16th.
It was April 2nd, right?
Yeah.
We got married. We tied the knot. Last week we kind of chronicled with photos the whole journey and all the
Right.
things that we did
It was
in LA.
a slideshow. It was like
Yeah.
our wedding vacation.
Leading up to the wedding, but we ran out of time to show you some actual video clips from it. We're not going to go and retell the story. You can go back and watch last week's if you'd like. But we had Reverend Michael Beckwith was the one who officiated our wedding, and if you know him, you know him. If you don't, you don't. But he was in the movie The Secret. He's been on Oprah. He's been on Ellen. He's kind of a high profile, and we've known him for 15 years. Most of our interactions with him came in the first half of that 15 years.
Yep.
We haven't talked to him much at all in recent years, but through a series of events, he was able to officiate our wedding in the offices of the Agape International Spiritual Center.
Yep.
We had a group
so see, you can be disconnected from somebody like contact-wise for years, and then when you reach out to them, it's just like it was when you never left. Like
Right.
there was never this separation.
Right.
It was just like that.
He totally remembered us and Pookie in particular.
Of course.
And
How could he not?
How could he not
come
remember
on.
Pookie.
Oh,
She held the
really?
vision. We had like 12 people locally who were in the area who were able to join us. Some of them we've known for decades. Some of them we've known for 1 week. Who
Yeah.
joined us, including some YouTube fans who were,
Yep.
who were there, who were
Yeah,
just
we had some
available.
YouTube peeps there.
They,
That was
they
fun.
drove 2 hours to attend the service and come up and be in the room when we got married. And then another 15 to 20 people were on Zoom, including my daughter, other close friends who were in St. Louis or other places
Right.
who were watching live. So that was that. So I don't have the whole thing. It was a short ceremony of like 14 minutes, but I have like 2 or 3 minutes. I have 2 little video clips here that I've posted online. You may have seen these before, but in case you haven't, I'm just going to play them now, and then we're going to do some Bob's Comedy Corner. Not that they're related, but So here's the first the early minute I posted as a short last week with Reverend Michael and us. Here, let's watch that.
So look at each other for a moment. Now it's been 17 years that you've been walking together. And as you look at each other, I want you to remember when you first met. I want you to remember the movement beyond maybe to yes, I want to be with this individual. I want you to feel into the 17 years and the glue that kept you together. And I want you to remember this moment over these last few weeks where you have made the decision, get married legally. I want you to feel into that. Okay, your body temperature telling me a little bit. Now, all that you felt is a vision from God. In an instant, the presence of God reveals something within you, beyond time and space, as to what you can be together even more. So the 17 years is preparation for even a deeper commitment.
That's cool. So there you got to see the Pookie wiggle.
Wasn't that cute?
Yeah.
Did you see Bob wiggle?
Yeah, I had to mimic her.
I thought that was adorable.
A number of people have commented when Pookie hasn't seen you in a while, she comes up and gives you a hug. It's like a puppy with their butt, their tail wagging. Love the wiggle. It's the Pookie wiggle. Maybe we'll turn that into a dance at some point. So I know there was only a minute. I have another clip here that I think maybe is 2 minutes long from the next segment. Yeah, and again, I have to take some time to do the whole post the whole thing at some point, maybe on the YouTube channel. But here's another segment. It came shortly after that, and let's watch it right now.
To all your friends and family members here, a deeper commitment into soulful reality. Now, you still want to do this?
Yes. Holy yes.
So as you can take each other's hands for a moment. That was the commitment bell. So let me just say a couple of words. That though you are having this sanctioned by the state, the marriage is not governed by the state. It's governed by your state of consciousness. So today, you're coming under the government of your choice to love at an even greater capacity. You're saying yes to each other. There's powers within this woman that will allow you to go deeper within yourself. There's powers within this man that's going to allow you to go deeper within yourself. So you're surrendering to that. And what you have learned in the 17 years in the sacred commitment that you have had, you've learned, one, that what has brought you together, this presence, is what's running the show. You're coming to an understanding that you are to be the protector of each other's solitude. You probably know this already, that there's moments where he needs to be alone. Man cave and all of that good stuff. So that when he comes out, he feels supported. There's moments where she needs to be alone, or whatever she needs to do. And you're never to feel left out of that. You are to support those moments. So that when both of you come out of those moments of being by yourself or whatever you're called to do in those moments, the support will amplify itself into your soulful walk with each other.
Beautiful.
Not amazing.
Yeah, I'm so glad he said that, because that is a big part of. I don't know if so much like the alone time. I guess there are times. Yeah, I mean, I don't hold myself up in a man cave,
Right.
or anything. There's times when I want to read something or whatever, like late at night. But I think the way it applies to our lives is, as we've had these conversations with people, while we're two distinct individuals, and we come together in many ways through the YouTube channel, through the music that we create, through the activities that we engage in, cooking meals together, all in many sorts of ways. Yet we each have our own lives and our own interests, and we give each other the freedom to pursue those things without any kind of jealousy or
Restrictions.
where are you? When are you coming home?
Control, no control.
Yeah, and so it's a beautiful thing. I think it's what and we've evolved to that comfort level over the years. Not that I don't think we were ever really ever possessive at any point, but yeah, wouldn't you agree that's a strength?
A huge strength,
Yeah.
because I do a lot of traveling without Bob, and I'm doing a lot of we'll just call it like woo-woo stuff.
Yeah, she's definitely more woo-woo than I am.
Right? And Bob is doing improv comedy, and he's doing things like that.
I have a whole community of people that,
Right.
and you and
I love them. They're great.
Yeah, and she's met them, and then she comes to the events when she can.
Sure.
But that's kind of like my tribe, and she's okay if I go off and do things with
Right.
them or do shows and classes, and she has no really interest in doing improv comedy.
But he loves it, and he's having a great time. And I love what I'm doing, and I'm having a great time.
Yeah.
So we support each other in that way.
So I thought that was wonderful.
Yeah.
That he said that. Maybe I'll play some other clips, or I'll have a longer version of it. So last week we were in such a hurry that I neglected to do Bob's Comedy Corner, but
So
we're
you're
coming
gonna get
back.
it now.
So I think it is time for
It's Bob's Comedy Corner. Should do be why. Bob's Comedy Corner.
There you go. And so, of course, I thought that marriage would be a great topic to do some jokes about. But, of course, we're not going to be doing jokes about Pooki and I's relationship. I mean, but I thought, so I was thinking, remember there were marriage jokes. And then I realized there's an ultimate source of jokes about marriage, and that would be Rodney Dangerfield. So I looked up specifically, this is paying tribute to Rodney Dangerfield and jokes that he told, classic comedian Rodney Dangerfield, jokes about marriage, and I'm going to have to try to do my best to channel Rodney Dangerfield in my voice and all that. And so,
Well, this is going to be fun.
give me a second to get in touch with him. Okay, Rodney, let me feel you. Yes, come on, bring it
Come on in, Rodney.
Okay, all right. Now, I'm feeling like I don't get no respect at all here. Okay, you ready? You ready for these jokes about marriage? And my wife and I were happy for 20 years. Then we met. Oh wait, I need a little. Gotta cue up my rim shot there. There we
There you
go.
go.
Okay, crank that up a little bit. All right. Yeah, I tell you, it's tough to stay married. My wife kisses the dog on the lips. She won't drink from my glass. Yeah, I haven't spoken to my wife in years. I didn't want to interrupt her. I guess she talks a lot. Is that what that's implying?
Yeah.
Okay. I guess I should understand the jokes before I tell them. This is a good one. Okay. And my wife can't cook at all. She made a chocolate mousse. An antler got stuck in my throat. I asked my wife, on a scale of 1 to 10, how do you rate me as a lover? She said, I'm not good at fractions. My wife's jealousy is getting ridiculous. The other day she looked at my calendar and wanted to know who May was. I tell you, I shouldn't tell jokes about my wife. She's attached to a machine that keeps her alive. The refrigerator. That cracked you up, didn't you? Pooki was actually looking over my shoulder and laughed at that one, so I had to use it. My wife used to be afraid of the dark. Then she saw me naked. Now she's afraid of the light. I hope you're enjoying these. These are worse than these are better than dad jokes. These are Rodney. I hope I'm doing him justice. Here we go. 2 more. Yeah, my ex-wife is a water sign, and I'm an earth sign. Together, we make mud. Finally. I think my wife is cheating on me. The only thing the parrot knows how to say is, quick, out the window. There you go. This has been a very unusual version of It's Bob's Comedy Corner. Should do be why. Bob's Comedy Corner. So, I don't know if that was that a Rodney accent? I'm not sure. I think I was doing some kind of New Yorker.
Yeah, did pretty good. That was funny.
Dr. Vinny Boom Bop. Okay, where are we now?
Okay.
I think.
All right, we're at the end.
We are finally.
We're here
At the end.
Yay.
Oh wait, no, wait. I'm on the wrong sheet here. There's something else here. I just want to remind you about our the various things that we've promoted here today, and that is the High Vibe Tribe. BobBakerInspiration.com/tribe. We think you would really love that. Also, I just want to remind you about the discount that you can get on the course that we created called 30 Days to Vibrant Health, Wellness, and Weight Loss. That's in the description of the video here, as well as if you're in the Florida area. Well, we've updated our events page here. We're coming to North Carolina for an event, but also we're really excited about this new event just announced in Orlando, How to Live a More Playful and Passionate Life, for 2 hours on a Saturday afternoon, May 13th. Pooki and I are going to be leading you through all kinds of fun activities in real life, IRL. And then we're going to go down the street at there's a right down the street, there's some sort of a brewery or microbrewery or whatever. We're going to go probably 4 to 6 and hang out there. So we'd love for you to make both of those. But if you only can make one or the other, that's great too. And so I think that's it for.
All right, is it dance party time?
I think it's dance party time.
Okay, let's do it.
Crystal says funniest Bob's Comedy Corner. She didn't say ever, but I'm just going to add ever.
Ever.
Yeah. So beware of that. Is that URL that you're putting in there for the thing? I know sometimes if you grab it out of the description, it doesn't grab the whole web link, and it'll go to a dead page. So make sure that you got the whole one, which I'm going to pop in there at least up over on YouTube. But it's got to say 30 days health at the very end of it, or else you won't get there. But it's in the description for sure. I'm going to pop it in the live feed here. All right. This is something called Occupy Love from our Soul Massage album. You can learn more about it at soulmassagemusic.com. But let's cue this up and talk about love. Since we're on the topic, right?
Yeah.
Here we go.
It's time to occupy. What do you stand for? Now is the time to occupy.
If you leave a comment live, I will highlight it at the top of the video screen here. So leave your comments. What's your takeaway from today? What are you going to take with you and use the rest of the day, the rest of this week? Put it in the comments on YouTube or Facebook.
time to occupy. Let love occupy you. What's important to you? What gets you activated? Occupy love. So we're living in these magnificent magical times when everybody is looking to occupy something. So as you're thinking about what it is you should be occupying, I'd like to expand your mind and get it thinking into that massive expression of love. How can you occupy love? Can you take a stand in the street? Can you offer a hand to someone who needs some help? What does love look like coming through you? Can you think of anything better? Creating a space within your own being where love reigns supreme. Occupy love. It's a movement. Occupy love. Occupy love. What gets you activated? Occupy love. It's time to occupy love. Occupy love. Yes. Let love occupy you. It's a movement, baby. Occupy love. Occupy love. What gets you activated? Occupy love. It's time to occupy love.
There we go.
How fun was that? I know.
So you want to
crazy.
learn more about our currently recorded music, which is we still, there's a lot of stuff we have not recorded, but soulmassagemusic.com. You can find that album, Soul Massage. Nargis also asked, where can I find this song and listen to it while driving? So while you can go to that page, it's also on Apple and Spotify too. So you have to look for Soul Massage and Occupy Love. That should pull it up wherever you get your streaming music. So that's one way to listen to it while you're driving. If you want to purchase it from us, you can do that at soulmassagemusic.com. Totally up to you. And that was fun, Pooki. Yeah, so we need to point out, I believe this may set a record for the longest Sunday live I think
We've ever done.
We've gone 1 hour and 45 minutes a couple of times, but we're coming up on now we're like an hour and 50.
All right, 51 minutes.
We're heading into the 2 hours. They're normally not this long, but
Yeah.
it's been a while since we had the freedom to go longer. And so, so thanks for hanging in there with us. No obligation to do so. A lot of people had to come and go. Some people are just joining us at the end. And so we encourage you, if you're coming late, to go back and watch
the replay.
The beginning, because we played some original songs. We talked about spring into vibrant health and well-being. Told you about some cool upcoming events in St. Louis and Orlando and North Carolina. So,
Yeah.
and then talk to you about this amazing online community called the High Vibe Tribe
Yes.
community. That
So amazing. Oh my gosh.
some great connections happening. But I think it is time to wind it up now.
I think so.
Don't
too.
you? All right. Get on with your day and take this vibration with you throughout this day, throughout this week. Be looking for more new videos on the channel and on the podcast. We so appreciate and love you to pieces. All right. Stay healthy, stay strong, stay positive. We'll see you next time.
But stay happy.
Yes, stay happy. All right. So long for now, folks. Bye.